Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, home of the OG weekly market updates. Every Monday we go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. And we do also cover any big Pokemon news, like cards are set to get revealed. And if I do see any good deals, I always try to throw them in here too. But before we get started, we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Notify. If you guys are sick and tired of missing out on all these drops and pre-orders, and you guys have signed up for all the free store alerts and all the free Discords and still haven't been able to get anything, definitely give Notify a try. They have a 3-day free trial also, and then if you use the code PokeBeard25 at checkout, you receive 25% off your first month. So definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. All right, let's get into it. Starting off on PokeBeach here. So new stock of the Pokemon Center Pikachu special boxes announced following outrageous prices on secondary market. So that is a good thing to see if you did not pick one up. But if you spent a ton of money and stocked up on a bunch of these, that's going to suck. So the boxes currently run for $300 to $500 on eBay, despite originally costing $14. Lately, there haven't been many Japanese products with unique promos, which is likely contributing to their demand. Now, the Pokemon Center has opened a new lottery for them that runs through September 30th. Winners will be notified between October 3rd and 14th, upon which payment will be due. The boxes will ship from November to February. Still, I have a feeling it's not going to really drop the price that much. And then also, I believe the new Charizard UPC, that Oricorio SIR, will be a promo now. That is done by Shinji Kanda, I'm pretty sure. Next, we are getting into it. We got celebrations. A lot of stuff is kind of leveling out a little bit. We got the celebrations ETB, last sold 240, 260, 255, 229. So if this does dip, probably be a solid time to pick up some of this stuff before we actually get to the 30th anniversary. Check the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold 395, 380. Bunch at 395. And the UPC. Last sold for this one 920, 899, 925, 935, 900. And the Celebrations Prime Collection. Haven't checked that one for a while. Last sold 194, 153, 165, 166. What else we got? Mini tin display. Last sold for this one 292, 289, 288, 290. This thing was at 200 for the longest time. And we'll check the Premium Figure Collection. Last sold for this one 139, 164, 169. All right. Next, we have Evolving Skies. We're going to check that sleeve booster pack. Last sold for this one 75, 22 of them at 70, 5 of them at 60, 10 of them at 60. And then we got the booster box. Last sold for this $2,595, and before that was $2,400 with pictures. Doesn't say any damage or anything like that. And Pokemon Center ETBs. This is the Umbreon one. Last sold $900, $891, $960, $780. I don't know who's spending $800-900 on something with absolutely no pictures. And it's not like you can message the TCG player guy before you even buy it to make sure it's clean. That's just scary to me. And here's the regular ETB. Still slowly climbing. Last sold 389, 404, 385. Still undervalued, to be honest. What else do we got? Building Battle Box. We'll check that one. Last sold 226, 242, 182, 225. And I think that'll be about it. I guess we'll check the 3-pack blister with the Umbreon promo. Last sold 185, 190, and 200. Next, Crown, Zenith. Check the Sea and Sky Premium Collection. Last sold 209, 185, 209, 180. So that'll be over 200 soon. I hate when TCG player switches from what I had it at. Next, we'll check the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold 454, 470, 482, 465, 325 with a picture. Probably somewhat rough. And regular ETB. Last sold for this one, 205, 220, 225, so leveling out. And the mini tin display, market price 270. Last sold 300, 315, 295. So that's finally getting some love. And I want to check the booster bundle. Last sold for this one, 130, 115, 107. Next, we have 151 booster bundle, market price $103. Last sold 106.99. And then we got the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this one, $984. $800 with a tear. $9.90, $9.92, $8.97 with a picture. And then we will do the UPC. Leveling out, last sold $5.94, $6.49, $6.13, $6.20, $6.35. We got the regular ETB, market price now over $400. Last sold $3.99, $3.79, $3.85. So really close to $400. And let's see, where is the binder collection? Market price $140. You know, that thing was at $160 for the longest time. And then we got a decent little reprint of it. And Alakazam 57. Mini tin display we will check. Last sold for this one, $270. Some denting on tins, otherwise $349, $299, $330, and $295. And I think that's all we're going to check for $151. Next, we have Paldean Fates. Checking that regular ETB. Last sold for this, $295, $293, pretty much all the same price. And the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this one, $498, $498, $485. So $500 Pokemon Center ETB. Then I just want to check the booster bundle. Going down a couple dollars. Last sold $100, $95, $99. So everything for Paldean Fates right now is kind of leveling out at the moment. Next, we have Prismatic Evolutions. Look at that ETB. Last sold for this one, $145, $145, $129, $136. So many people said this thing is going to be dirt cheap. Next, surprise box, market price $44. It's about the same. Posters about the same. Binder collection's up a few dollars. Market price $69. Check this new Prismatic Evolutions Premium Figure Collection. Pretty sweet, honestly. I like the promos. I like the figures. Was at $250. Now last sold $199, $204, $198. Still a really cool box. I'll have to add that on my next Falling Friday. And then we got the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this, $449, $400, $400. And then we definitely have to check that SPC. Market price $313. Last sold $312, $302, $332. So definitely going up in price. It was at $200 for a while. And the accessory pouch is up a couple dollars also. Next, we have Destined Rivals. The regular ETB is finally starting to climb. It was at, $90 for the longest time. Now last sold $118, $117. And cheapest we can get it shipped for right now is $118. And then we got the booster box. Booster bundle hasn't really moved a ton. We'll check that in a second. Last sold for the booster box, $499, $424, $425, $438, $434. That is crazy. And we'll check the booster bundle. It did go up. So it was at $46. Now last sold $58. So it went up about $10. Another one, you got to get 5 of them at $58. Pretty much all right at $58, $59. Wow. Destined Rivals is going crazy. We'll check the sleeve booster too. That's going up also. Last sold $9.50. 25 of them at $9. Next, we have the new Mega Evolution set. Now, a lot of this stuff is coming down in price because it just came out. So I'll add this stuff on Falling Friday also. But it's fun to get you guys all the info. So we got the Mega Evolution booster box. All last sales right around $300, $310. This is the enhanced one. And the other one is basically the same price. This is the non-enhanced. Last sold $305, $300, $305. So they're the same price. Now we will check the regular ETB. This is Lucario. Last sold for this $105, $108. And then we will check the Gardevoir one, going to be around the same price. Last sold $99, $102, $105. So people like Lucario more than Gardevoir. And then we got the Pokemon Center ETBs. Sucks, one of mine came dented. I think it was, yeah, the Lucario one came dented. Last sold $245, $232, $250. And for the Gardevoir, last sold for this one, $220, $219, $220, $215. Yeah, it really sucks when you get something from the Pokemon Center you're trying to keep sealed and it's just got a big old dent in it. And we will check the mini tin display. Kind of good looking box, like the colors. Last sold $170. All the sales right at that. Anything else? Booster bundle market price $56. And yeah, that's about it. Next, we have Phantasma Flames pre-order sales on eBay. Don't ever trust a TCG player pre-order sales because only certain people can sell on TCG player, so there's definitely a premium. So we got the regular ETB. Last sold 130 plus $30 in shipping. Booster bundle 70. Pokemon Center ETB 299, 325, 350. We got the UPC at 300, 321. Looks like we got 2 Pokemon Center ETBs plus the 1 UPC for 1050, another UPC for 305, Pokemon Center ETB for 330. Then we got the booster box for 350, booster bundle for 45, booster box for 299. Yeah, I'm excited for this set. I know it's not a super big set or anything like that, but in my opinion, those 3 Charizards are probably the best 3 Charizards we've ever gotten in one set, like the Charizard Trio with that SIR, the gold card, and the full art. I really think that's the best full art we've gotten, and we've never really gotten a pure gold Charizard card before, and gold's kind of hot right now. I've always been a big fan of gold cards, so I'm happy about it. And then, like I said, the SIR is insane, which we'll be checking those prices on the Japanese in today's video. I'm also obsessed with that Flygon illustration rare. That might be my all-time favorite illustration rare or art rare on the Japanese side. All right, next we have the Paradox Rift Booster Box. This is a set that I got made fun of for liking for the longest time. Every time I would talk about it, someone would be in the comments saying no one will ever buy it. It's a trash set. But when you really look at it, it's such a good set all around. It's got a good variety of Pokemon, not pure Gen 9 like Paldea Evolved had for their special illustration rares. And a good amount too. Tons of illustration rares, probably the second or third best illustration rare lineup. Probably third now since we have Destined Rivals. And a ton of them too. A ton of SIRs, ton of illustration rares. It was just missing that one super popular Pokemon for like the mascot of the set. If it would have had that, it literally would have been a perfect set. It's just that all the Pokemon they chose, besides the Groudon, were kind of like B or C tier Pokemon. But, you know, like Paldea Evolved, it was pure Gen 9. And then a lot of the other stuff, we were getting crowns and stuff. People hated it. So I just thought Paradox Rift was just a good all-around set. But last sold for Paradox Rift now, 320, 325, 315, 320. I have an entirely full tote of Paradox Rift booster boxes that I got for like $80 a box because nobody wanted it. Next, we have Journey Together. The enhanced booster box finally caught up to the regular one. Last sold 260, 250, 249, 250. And here's the regular one. Struggling a little bit. Last sold 250, 250, 259, 247. Next, Scarlet and Violet base set. Last sold 246, 247, 249. Still slowly climbing. Next, Twilight Masquerade. Was at 273. Now last sold 321, 325, 320. And honestly, I could see the Scarlet and Violet base set to be the next set to jump over $300. Next, Surging Sparks. This is another set people said was going to be dirt cheap. Last sold 315, 303, 325, 314. Next, Temporal Forces. Last sold 270, 245, 255, 270. Next, we even have Stellar Crown Booster Box. Last sold 261, 254, 275, and 270. Obsidian Flames is completely leveled out, so I didn't add that one. Paldea Evolved is still climbing. Last sold 460, 473, 465. Next, Brilliant Stars for Sword and Shield. Last sold 497, 588, 549. I still feel like this is such a sleeper set, especially with the Zard popping off and the Trainer Gallery popping off. You know, I feel like it should be right with Lost Origin. Next, Silver Tempest Booster Box. Last sold 447, 550, 525. Next, Fusion Strike. Last sold 1050, 1020, 1044. Next, we have the Brilliant Stars regular ETB. Last sold 125, 125 with a corner ding, and a bunch more at 130 and 120. Next, we have the Paldea Evolved ETB. Last sold 120 with a small tear, 125 and 125. And then we got the Journey Together Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this one 210, 209. Next, we have the Black Bolt Pokemon Center ETB. White Flare is right around 200. Last sold 230, 238, 246, and 226. And then we got the Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold $650. And before that, the rest are at $670 and $700. And then we have the Scarlet Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this one, $388, $315, $329. Then we have the Paldea Evolved Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold $695, $700, $699. Next, we even have the Pokemon Go Pokemon Center ETB kind of popping off. Last sold $179, $158, $163. Next, Temporal Forces Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold $238, $229, $215. Finally catching up to the other one. Then we even have the Lost Origin Pokemon Center ETB. I got a ton of these. Last sold 280, 264, 319, 305. And the last thing for sealed is the Charizard UPC. Last sold for this one 460, 450, 435, 420. I think that'll definitely be over $500 soon. All right, next we have some amazing rares. Still going up in price. The Rayquaza. Last sold now 25, 24, 29, 23. And the Jirachi's also still going up. Last sold 12, 9, 11, 9. But I mean, it makes sense. If every other card is super expensive, people want to buy some cards for their collection. It's a fun little set to complete. It's still affordable, even though it's going up in price. But last sold 7, 9, 9. And we will check the Kyogre. Let me know down below your guys' favorite amazing rare. Last sold for Kyogre is 3, 3, and 4. All right, next we have the Trainer Gallery cards. Just keeping an eye on everything. We're going to check this Rayquaza VMAX. Last sold for this one, 151, 162, 170, 150. What can we get it shipped for? $151. That is crazy. What else do we got? Starmie V, a little over 100. That one's still going up a couple dollars at a time. Check the Umbreon VMAX. I feel like this one's going to be over 100 soon too. Last sold 81, 85, 80. And the Pikachu VMAX. Last sold for this one 84, 80, 85. The Pikachu V is right behind that. Garchomp V, market price 60. The Mimikyu V going up. Last sold for this one 55, 55, 57, 45. And Sylveon VMAX. Last sold for this 56, 57, 65. The Gengar Trainer Gallery. This card is non-textured. Leveling out a little bit. Last sold 50, 48, 52, 25. What can we get this card shipped for? About $50. So down a couple bucks. Umbreon V, which I actually like more than the VMAX. So just slowly climbing up still. And I even want to check some of these cheaper ones too. Sleepy Pikachu, market price 28. The Charizard, market price 24. The gold cards, Mew is now 25. Vaporeon's leveling out right around 17. Let's check the really cheap guys. Anything crazy that's sticking out? Everything's up like a buck or two for sure. But yeah, nothing really crazy for the lower end Trainer Gallery cards. Next, the Galarian Gallery cards. So Mewtwo's kind of leveling out a little bit now. Last sold 199, 210, 198, 120 for the Japanese one. And Giratina, we'll check this one. Last sold 223, 252, 247. So a couple pretty high sales there. In my opinion, that should be a $300 card. But the thing is, these cards do have pretty easy pull rates. So there's a lot of them in the market. We got Leafeon. Last sold for this one, 59, 62, 60. Doing pretty good. I don't know why the chart looks like that. There we go. And the Darkrai V-Star, kind of surprising some people. Last sold 55, 56, 57. Then we got the Glaceon V-Star, market price 50. Suicune, market price 49. The Deoxys, market price 50. Entei V now is at 43. The Sleeping Mew, non-textured card, market price $41. Love that thing. We're going to check some of the cheaper ones. The Latias, wow, Galarian Gallery card. This thing was pretty cheap for a while. I mean, it was $7 a couple months ago. Now last sold 17, 17, 16. So some of these cheaper guys are really shooting up in price. Let's go to the next page. Keldeo, market price $11 now. It's definitely going up. Last sold 12, 14, 11. Anything else that's crazy? The Deoxys, this is another non-textured card. Last sold 9, 15, 16. I feel like the Galarian Birds are still pretty affordable at $10, and then everything else is up a buck or two. Next, we have the Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet Arrow promos. We got the Pikachu with Great Felt Hat. Last sold for this one, 735, 733, 700. That is crazy. And the Pokemon Snorlax, 151 card. Last sold 260, 339, 385, 329. And then the Charmander we got to check. Last sold for this 223, 225, 226. And what I think is hilarious is the Wobbuffet So many people hated this card. Just hated that we didn't get, Jesse and James in there or anything like that. And now last sold 170, 188, 206, 205. It's a $200 card almost. That is wild. And the Paldea Evolved one last sold 200, 147, 200. That's the Pikachu one. Then I want to check the Eevee Pokemon Center, market price 107, kind of leveling out. Last sold 108, 120. So yeah, a lot of promos are going nuts still. And if you guys have this random Sword and Shield Gengar card, market price $95. It came from a Champions Path pin collection, number 52. So go check your Sword and Shield promos, because if you got it, market price $95. Hop to the next page, see if anything is sticking out. Magneton now is right around 100. Mimikyu's catching up. A lot of these are around the same price as last week. We got to check the Charizard V-Star. Last sold 75, 73. And the Kingdra, leveling out a little bit. Last sold 68, 69, 70. And I think that is about it for the promos. Next, the Umbreon Gold Star is still slowly climbing for celebrations. Last sold 110, 120. Just thought I'd mention that. Next, we have the Sword and Shield alternate arts. Going to be checking some of these guys here. We got the Umbreon VMAX. Last sold $2,000, 2,500, 21, 21. That is raw. And then Gengar VMAX. Leveling out. Last sold 735, 750, 715. Kind of surprising with all the Gengar love. I had a feeling this card might reach $1,000. And the Rayquaza VMAX, market price $676. Last sold 720, 720, 750. Then we got the Umbreon V. Look at the price on that thing. That is crazy. Last sold for this $665, 400, 439, 371. And this is another reason why I feel like the Umbreon trainer galleries are so undervalued. This card has doubled or tripled, and the trainer galleries just up a little bit. And I feel like the arts are pretty comparable, but man, this could be the second most expensive alternate art soon, the way it's looking. And we got the Giratina V. See if we got any crazy sales for him. $699 for a tag 8.5, otherwise $703, $684, and $650. Dragonite V, we got to check him. Last sold $470, $465, $495. Beeping upstairs, my wife got another Tamagotchi for the first time in 20-something years, and it beeps every hour. Then we got the Lugia V, market price $446. Charizard V from Brilliant Stars, market price $390. I want to check that one, see if we got any big sales. Yeah, pretty much all right at $370 or $350. Leafeon VMAX $381. Blaziken VMAX $371. Tyranitar right at $300 now. Aerodactyl's climbing, market price $172. Mew VMAX, market price $244. Galarian's back to $200. The Espeon climbed up again. That was at like $130 for a while. Now market price $156. Machamp is slowly rising. Surprised he does not get more love. I do wish the Machamp card was him like actually in like a stadium fighting or something. I thought that would have been way more sick. Glaceon's still very affordable. Leafeon's up a little bit, market price $135. And the Mew V alternate art $144. Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go, market price $87. Noivern at $71. The Origin Form Palkia at $82. Celebi at $75. Anything else look crazy? Inteleon at $35. I think that is about it. Next, we are checking out the new Mega Evolution cards. This is on TCG Player because the set is officially revealed now. We have the Gold Mega Lucario, market price $531. And I'll add a ton of these on Falling Friday because a lot of them are going to go down in price. But yeah, last sold $525, $475, $500. I did see some of these gold cards the other day in person on the Japanese side. They do pop a ton. They're definitely some of the best looking gold cards we've gotten. Next, we have the Gardevoir. Last sold $499, $500, so right around the same price. Then we got the Mega Gardevoir EX, market price $320. Mega Lucario, market price $270. Mega Latias, market price $236. Honestly, not too bad. I had a feeling that one was going to be a little bit cheaper. Again, the set just came out, so these will definitely go down in price, but, still, to be more than the Mega Venusaur, market price $207. Kind of crazy. Least Determination, market price $175. Mega Absol, $103. That still might be my favorite card in the set. It's really tough. It's just so clean and simple. I love it. Also reminds me of a gargoyle. If you guys ever used to watch a gargoyle show. And Mega King's Kong market price 102. All right, now as you can see, the page has changed because I recorded this Sunday around noon, and the Marshadow card went crazy. It is now Sunday night around 10:30, and this illustration rare is just going straight to the moon. Last sold 90, 89, 93, 85, 130, 90, 79, 85, 120, 195. We can get it shipped right now for $90, shipping included. Now, if you guys are wondering why this card is going crazy, there's a Pikachu in the card, and there's even Pikachu's Shadow, which is like half the card. It's a pretty sweet card for sure. We got Acerola's Mischief, market price 71, Lieutenant Surge's Bargain, 39, Ivysaur, 36, Lily's Determination, 35, Bulbasaur, 31, Mega Lucario Full Art, 30. And also, let me know down below, do you guys like these new full arts, like compared to the other full arts we've been getting? Because I think these are some of the coolest ones we've gotten so far for like an actual just full art. I mean, you're getting multiple Pokemon technically because you're getting the regular Venusaur and the Mega Venusaur. So I don't know, I think it's awesome. Market price for the Venusaur, 25. The Vulpix, probably one of the cleanest illustration rares in the set. Market price, 25. Executor, $10. See some of these cheaper illustration rares. Spearow, $6. Delibird, only $6. It's a clean card. Houndstone, $5. Litleo, $5. Spiritomb, $4. So a lot of cards are already very affordable too. If you cannot find any of this stuff in store, you know, getting a couple illustration rares for a few bucks just so you have something right away can definitely hold you over for a little bit. And they're probably not going to drop that much more if they're already, you know, $3, $4, $5. Next, we have the Scarlet and Violet Era illustration rares. Look at the Magikarp. Last sold for this, $392, $350, $300 with an inking error. Crazy price for an illustration rare. And then the Seismitoad still climbing up, market price $221. Groudon's kind of leveling out right around $100. A lot of these now are starting to level out a little bit because they all went up in price. Squirtle, market price $83. Let's see if we got any crazy sales for him. We did get one at $105. The rest are all at $80. And then the Eevee, market price $78. Last sold $72, $70, $69. But yeah, I think I put this in so many videos when it dropped down to like $50. I'm like, this is not a bad pickup right now because it has really good potential to shoot back up. Misty Psyduck, market price $75. Finally getting some love. Even though it's worth a decent amount, but I just had a feeling, you know, it could get higher. Tyranitar, still only $62. I really feel like that should be a $100 card. Raichu, market price $59. Mousehold $59. Ghastly $59. Bulbasaur over $50 now. Wow, Bulbasaur just passed Charmander. Market price $54. Charmander market price $53. And Pikachu right there at $53. So all the 151 illustration rares are going crazy. Squirtle, Pikachu, Charmander, and Bulbasaur are all over $50. We got a couple Black Bolt and White Flare cards that are just slowly coming up. Just literally a couple bucks. Charmeleon now is at $40. Lapras is at $40 from Destin. The Meowth now is at $40. Well, $38. Close enough. Latios is at $33. The Ends Reshiram Journey Together stamp promo, market price $34. Wartortle $33. Ivysaur $33. Chansey $32. Ninetales is at $30. I really feel like Ninetales should also be a $50, $60 card. It's so beautiful. Dragonair $25. Articuno's up a couple bucks, $25. And I think that is about it for the illustration rares. Ceruledge is coming back up, $19. Baxcalibur's up a buck or two, it's $17, but otherwise not too bad. Here's a Steelix too. I didn't check that out. $16 for Mega Evolution. It's one of my favorite ones in the set for sure. That's how Steelix should be. Next, we have these special illustration rares. So we're going to check the Umbreon. Last sold for this one, $1,375, $1,200, $1,200. And the Bubble Mew EX, kind of leveling out. Last sold $653, $678, $625, $620. The Team Rockets Mewtwo. We had some crazy sales in the middle of the week. Last sold $560, $560, $560, $548, $507. There was an $800 sale. We can get it shipped for $550. So that thing definitely went to the moon. Sylveon's going back up from Prismatic. It was at $290. Now $399, $378, $362. That really sucks because I know a lot of people wanted to pick up those cards. We've been waiting for so long. The Greninja, this thing got down to $260. I told a ton of people might want to pick it up before it goes, back up in price. This got down to $260. Now last sold $356, $354, $350, $362. And we got the Pikachu now, market price $340. Last sold $349, $346, $352, $355. Got the Zard from Paldean and Fates, market price $318. Last sold $319, $374, $280, $320, $335. And then we got to check the Charizard from $151, see if we got any crazy sales. $249, $249, $320, $320, $319. We can get it shipped right now for about $290 from a good seller. Otherwise, we got some with 0% sales at about $255. All right, anything else going crazy? Roaring Moon from Prismatic, market price $285. Leafeon's going back up. Got to check the Cynthia's Garchomp here. Last sold $295, $299, $285, $328. And what else? Ethan's Ho-Oh. Last sold for this one $230, $220, $250, $253. Love that card. Espeon's up a little bit, market price $216. The Zekrom is up a little bit, $213. Vaporeon still right around $200. Latias, we'll check this one. Last sold $185, $195, $190. I have a feeling this card's going to be over $200 very soon. And Flareon's still right around $160, $170. So trying to hang on down there. Lily's Clefairy, market price $165. I don't know why these pictures are not popping up. The Team Rocket's Moltres has climbed back up to $150. But I do expect that to drop back down once we actually get the promo. The Gardevoir EX from Paldean Fates, market price $142. The Nidoking, market price $128. Eevee's up a little bit, $117 from Prismatic. The Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames going down in price a little bit, market price $108. The Milotic staying strong, right around $100. Team Rocket's Crobat went up to $105. Ooh, and we got the Blastoise here. Last sold for Blastoise, $95, $94, $193. And Zapdos is right behind him. Last sold $87, $89, $48. Otherwise, we got a $92 sale. Then we got Venusaur, market price $85. Kyurem from Black Bolt is up to $70 now. That was at about $62, $63. Genesect is about the same. Everything else looks roughly the same. Maybe up a few dollars here and there. That's what's kind of nice about doing this every week is I can just kind of look through these and I kind of remember what all the prices were at. All right, next we are hopping to eBay, checking out some brand new Pokemon Inferno X sales. So this is going to be our Phantasmal Flame set. Here we got the Full Art Charizard. Last sold $65. We got 10 packs for $31. Apom, $16. Best offer accepted. Toxtricity, $6. We got the Oricorio, 2 of them for $400. So that's $200 a card. Especially if we're getting ours as a promo and theirs is in the actual set, it's going to be worth a lot more than ours. And here is the Charizard, $495 plus $100 in shipping. And be careful ordering from Japan. I ordered the Umbreon Japanese exclusive tag team card, and I had to pay the UPS guy or whatever $60 cash just to get my card. Like, it was crazy. So definitely be careful ordering from Japan. Next, we got the Piplup AR, $12. The Mega Lopunny, $32. Full Art Mega Heracross, $16. Another Full Art Charizard, $65. Piplup, $16. Here's that Flygon. So beautiful. $7. That Oricorio, $120. Here's a better picture of the Flygon. As you guys can tell, I am obsessed. All right, here's another Charizard, $545. The actual SAR. Piplup, $10. Flygon, $4. Another Charizard, $545. We got the Charcadet at $3. Piplup at $10. Another Charizard SAR at $598. Dewgong, $699. This is another one of my favorite cards in the set. It is beautiful. Next, we have the gold Charizard from Inferno. Last sold 706, 706, 685, 699, 710, 999. I've seen so many people already say that the new Phantasmal Flame set only has one chase card, the SAR, when I really feel like this gold Charizard is going to be pretty expensive on the English side also. Next, we have the new Chinese Gem Pack Volume 3. If you guys did not know, I think there's 5 exclusive cards in this set. Yeah, right here. These 5, which sold for $780, by the way. So yeah, these are the new 5 Chinese exclusive art rares. So we got the Cubone, $105. Booster box, $118, best offer accepted. Another booster box, $77. We got 4 bundles, no shrink, tab sealed booster box, $500. And a bunch of other boxes at $90 or $100. Here's the Gengar, $449. Ceruledge, $45. Another Ceruledge for $40. It's not too bad, honestly. Gengar for $530. Ceruledge for $47. And another Ceruledge for $44. Cubone for $110, $115. And here is the Chandelure at $28. So very affordable. And last on the list, the Meowth. I don't know why it wasn't on that page, but the Meowth is selling for a good amount. $148, $150, $150. I was really hoping this card was going to be cheap, because if this thing was $40, $50, $60, I definitely would have bought a bunch of those for sure. Love that art. Let me know down below your guys' favorite art from these 5 Chinese exclusive cards. I think it's definitely between the Meowth and the Cubone. One thing I like about the Cubone is almost all of his cards, he's really sad. In this one, they seem happy. They're relaxing. You know, it looks like it's fall. They're just enjoying the weather. So I think that might be my favorite one. But all right, that was today's Pokemon Market Monday. If you guys do like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, you guys can check out my Instagram, my TikTok, or my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you guys want to watch my last Sunday video where I actually show what I invested into, I got a ton of cool stuff. I got another giant statue, some sealed cases, and I even got some treats. So if you want to check that out, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.